Hello everyone, welcome to day 13th of August Leetcode challenge, and today's question is set matrix zeros. In this question we are given a matrix of size m cross n where each element is kind of an integer, and we need to set the complete row and column if this current element happens to be 0. Let's talk about it by an example. In this matrix, this element is 0. As soon as we find the 0, we need to mark all the elements in that entire row and column as 0, and this is what we need to do. Let's talk about this example as well. These two are zeros in this matrix. That means this complete column, this complete row, and this complete column should be marked as 0. We need to update the matrix and return it in the answer. The question says you must do it in place, so we will go step by step. We will use some space and then we will try to optimize it so that we don't have to use any extra space for it. So without much ado, let's look at the solution. Set matrix 0, Leetcode 73. So let's talk about the same example that was specified in the question. The matrix that we have is something like this: 0 1 2 0 3 4 5 2 1 3 1 5. And what we can do in the first approach, the naive approach, we can store the indexes of all those rows slash columns which needs to be turned off or set to 0. So you start the iteration, and let me just write the column index and the row index 0 1 2, and then you start the iteration. The first element that you see is 0. That means you need to mark the row starting with the 0th index, the 0th row to 0, and 0th column to 0, and you continue the process. Next we have 1, next we have 2, next again we have a 0. That means you need to mark the complete column, the third column, as 0. So you add it to the column list, and obviously you add again the 0 back. So let's add the 0 back. You can create a set for it, you can create a list for it. Set would be optimal, then a list. Then you continue the iteration. You have 3 4 5 2 1 3 1 5. Let's hypothetically assume instead of this 1 we had a 0, then we would have added the second row and the second column to our list. So 2 gets added, 2 gets added. Now what you're gonna do, you will iterate over these row indexes, pull out elements one by one, and mark the complete row to 0. The first row row index that pulled out is 0, so you mark the complete row as 0. Then again we can create a set for it instead of a list, so it won't be repeated. Then we have 2, so this complete row will be marked as 0 0 0 0 0. Similarly for the column part, the 0th column is to be marked 0, so this is gone. The third column is to be marked 0, this is gone. The second column is to be marked as 0, this is gone. What is left is only 4, which is the answer. Assuming we had a 0 here, not a 1. I hope you got the context. I hope you got how it is to be done. And let's talk about the optimized solution now. Let's hypothetically assume that this is a matrix that is given to us: 1 1 2 3 4 32 1 0 5 7 0 10 14 0 1 8. Also, I forgot to mention the space complexity here would be equal to order of row count plus column count. Row count, because at max these sub arrays, these arrays can have n number of rows, and this array can have a size of m columns. Row count plus column count. And can we optimize it further? The answer is yes. Let's go ahead with the optimization. Instead of using extra space, we will do it in place. As soon as we find a 0, what we're going to do, we will mark the starting of the row as 0 as well as the starting of that column as 0. So let's assume this is the first 0 that you encountered while iterating through the matrix, and you will simply update the first element at this particular row to 0. Similarly, the first element in this particular column to 0. Now let's continue the process. The next 0 that we see is in the third row. So you update this to 0 as well as this element to 0. Next we have is this 0, you update this 0 to 0, this element to 0, and this element to 0. You are basically updating the first element in that particular row to 0 as well as first element in that particular column to 0. And now the matrix is something like this: 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. What you're gonna do? The first thing that I have done here is to define two arrays that will store the indexes of those rows that are to be marked 0, the indexes of those columns that are to be marked 0. I start iterating through the complete matrix one by one, and as soon as I find an element that is to be marked that is currently 0, I update the row 0 array to add the ith row into it. Similarly, I update the column 0 variable to add the jth column in it, and then I start iterating through these arrays, row 0 and column 0, and for each row index that is retrieved from the row 0, I mark it as 0. Make row 0, I have defined another method that accepts two variables, the matrix and the row index that is to be marked 0. Similarly for the column part, and once I'm done with this, I simply return back. The question reduces to defining and writing these helper methods appropriately. So I have the matrix and the row index. I start iterating in a column wise fashion. J equals to 0, j is less than matrix at the 0th index dot length, the number of columns that I have, j plus plus. I mark the r index row to 0. Similarly, I have defined a private method, make column 0. I go from I equals to 0, I is less than the number of rows that I have, and I update matrix of I comma the c index, the column index that is to be marked 0 as 0, and I simply return back. Let me just submit this solution. Accepted. The time complexity of this approach is order of m into n. The space complexity of this solution is again order of m plus n, where mn stands for number of rows and columns that we have. Let's talk about the other approach, where we are not using any extra space. It's a slightly lengthier method, but it's very simple. So I have checked whether the matrix is not null, extracted them and two variables, the number of rows and number of columns that I have. I'll talk about this later on, but let's look at the actual logic first. As soon as I find a 0 in the matrix, I update the starting element of that row and starting element of that column to 0, and I reiterate through the complete first row and first column and check if my element happens to be, the first element happens to be 0, I nullify the column. Similarly, if my first element happens to be 0, I nullify the complete row. This is what I explained in the presentation as well. There's slight caveat to it. You need to also check if my first row and first column already has a 0 in it or not. If that is the case, then we explicitly need to handle it in the end. We need to mark the first row as well as the first column as 0 explicitly. So I've defined two variables here. First row has 0, first column has 0. I start iterating through the matrix only in the first row, and if there is a 0 in it, I update this variable. Similarly, for the first column has 0, and once I have those values, I simply nullify the 0th row and the 0th column to 0 using nullify row and nullify column. I hope you got the context. We are doing it in place. The time complexity is order of m into n, and the space complexity is constant space. I hope you enjoyed today's session. If you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for viewing it. Have a great day ahead and stay tuned for more updates from Coding Decoded. See you tomorrow with another fresh question on Leetcode. Goodbye.